I'm freezing out here. I don't have a jacket. Do you mind if I borrow yours?
Yes,
You do mind?
I do mind, because I'm cold. I would be cold then, so I don't know why you'd want to borrow my jacket.
Okay, but isn't socialism about, sharing and people in need, like giving what you have so that they can have it instead?
I'm not sure if I want to continue this interview anymore.
Hi, this is Matt Miller from the Daily Caller News Foundation. Today I'm out here in front of the White House freezing because I don't have access to a jacket. We're asking pro-Bernie socialists if they'll give me their jacket. Let's go see what they have to say. What would you think about having a socialist president?
Well, don't we all benefit from Social Security and Medicare?
Do you think some socialism might be a good thing?
We live in a socialist society. It's a democratic socialism here.
How would you feel about having somebody that calls themselves a democratic socialist?
I would be okay with it.
I would be fine with it as well.
Do you favor socialism?
There's a big area for socialism to work within the current political framework that we have established in the United States.
I kind of like what Bernie has to say, honestly.
Do you think that some of his socialist policies would be a good thing if they were implemented?
I don't think that necessarily be a bad thing.
Do you think taxpayers paying for healthcare for everybody is a good idea?
I don't think it's the worst idea.
I'm freezing out here. I don't have a jacket. Do you mind if I borrow your jacket?
I'm not going to let you have my jacket my mom bought me. She would not be happy with me.
Okay. Isn't that kind of what socialism is?
The idea of socialism would be that everyone pays their fair share so that everyone can, in turn, make sure that they're healthy. You being cold is different than you having access to health care.
Okay. But I don't have access to a jacket.
You can go inside where it's warm. You can also go to charitable organizations that can give you a jacket.
Okay, but you won't give me a jacket.
I will not give you a jacket, no.
I'm freezing out here. Do you mind if I have your jacket? I don't have a jacket. I don't have access to a jacket.
It's really unfortunate, but there's a couple stores nearby where you could purchase one.
Okay. Do you think? Well, I don't have the money to purchase one either. I don't have access to one.
Well, that's really unfortunate, but there's several opportunities in America to provide yourself an income, and therefore having one will give you access to a jacket.
That sounds like capitalism, though.
Some people could argue, yes, it does sound like capitalism.
Would you tell people that can't afford to go to college or have health care that maybe they can just go and work and earn enough money to purchase health care or purchase a college education?
I feel like there's going to be opportunities for people that aren't necessarily in the pipeline for traditional income opportunities to have an opportunity where they'll be able to earn a living and be able to support themselves in a way where they'll be able to finally reach that opportunity.
Okay, just like I can maybe reach the opportunity to buy a jacket.
Absolutely.
So actually, I'm freezing my butt off out here. Is it all right if I have your jacket? Can I borrow your jacket?
I don't think it would fit you. Otherwise, I'd be happy to share.
Bernie Sanders is doing so well. How would you feel about having a socialist president if he did win?
Well, he's not technically a socialist. He's a democratic socialist. There's a difference.
Okay.
And I think he's got some great policy ideas. So I wouldn't have a problem with him being president at all.
Do you think socialism, could some more socialism or his socialist policies would be a good thing if they were implemented?
Absolutely. I mean, I think we can learn a lot from our European counterparts in terms of the socialized, programs that they have in their countries. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So actually, I'm freezing out here. I don't have a jacket. Do you mind if I borrow yours?
Yes.
You do mind?
I do mind, because I'm cold. I would be cold then, so I don't know why you'd want to borrow my jacket.
Okay, but isn't socialism about sharing and people in need, like giving what you have so that they can have it instead?
I'm not sure if I want to continue this interview anymore. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem. Well, do you think that some of his socialist policies would be good if implemented? Would they be a positive change?
Yes, I do.
Single-payer health care would be a great thing for this country to have. It works in literally every other industrialized nation. Considerably less expensive post-secondary education would be a great place to start.
So I'm freezing out here. I don't have a jacket. Do you mind if I borrow your jacket?
About to make a point, but sure, I would let you borrow my jacket.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Because it's like socialism.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
Nope.
It's like I don't have access to a jacket. Like some folks might not have access to healthcare or education,
Right.
and the taxpayer, citizens are going to have to pay and to allow them to have access, right? Like pay higher taxes
Well, that's true, but when you stop and think about what you're getting in return, so for example, between what I paid personally and what my employer paid for health care coverage, that is insurance, and what I paid out of pocket last year came close to $20,000. So if I did not have to pay that $20,000 to the insurance companies, to my healthcare providers, but instead had to pay that $20,000 to the federal government to provide healthcare for every person in this country, I would be totally okay with that. In fact, I would 100% be supportive of that. Now, if it was a situation where there was not a bigger differential between the cost and the benefit, then sure, I would have to think about it.